Hello and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be bringing you my next lot of anticipated releases of 2021. So the original section of the year that I did already give you this list for was so large it had to be split into two videos. So I did a video for anticipated sequels and then a video for anticipated standalones and first in a series. However, now there's not as many, so I'm combining it, so it would just be the one video this time with a mix of both. I will link the two previous videos in the description below. However, one I actually did January to April and one I did January to May. There are a few May releases that I already have the physical copies of, so I am going to just quickly show you them now. So released on the 4th of May, we had Realmbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. This is the first book in a new series by her. I absolutely adored the Red Queen series, so I'm very excited to see what a new series from her looks like. And of course I couldn't resist getting the Waterstones edition. I do also have the Fairy Loot edition ordered because this is me. Next up we have Heartstopper Volume 4 by Alice Oseman. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I absolutely adore the Heartstopper series, so yeah. Then we have the newest release by one of my all-time favourite authors. This is The Yearbook by Holly Bourne. Look at those edges, they're so pretty. It's no secret that she is like my favourite contemporary author. I absolutely adore everything she puts out, and yeah, I'm very excited to read more content from her. And then also in May, I believe it's the 13th, we have the third Paper and Heart Society book, which is Bookishly Ever After by Lucy Powery. I adore the first two books and I am so excited for this instalment. And then we'll move on to June releases. So first up, on the 1st of June, we have One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I'm very excited for this. This sounds so good. I believe the main character may be bisexual. If I'm wrong on that, I apologise. I will put a yes or no here if I'm right about that. But I know it is LGBTQIA+ in some way, so I am here for it. Then on June 10th, we have 3 releases. So first up, we have Ace of Spades by Farida Abiki Imiadi. If I have pronounced that wrong, I apologise. I did try and look up pronunciations for that name. But this sounds really good. I do actually have an ARC that I received in a book box, but I have not got around to reading it, but I am very excited to read this. This does sound so good. Also on June 10th, we have The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Shuri. This again sounds amazing, and I have an inkling this might be in a book box the month it comes out, but I could be wrong, but I'm really hoping it is, and it's in one of the ones that I get. So fingers crossed. And then the third June 10th book we have is After Love by Tanya Byrne. This is sapphic and I am here for it and I'm excited for it. Bring it on. Then on June 15th, we have Blood Like Magic by Lizelle Samburi. This sounds really good. I remember reading the synopsis earlier in the year and I was like, I need that book. It sounds so good. And yeah, June 15th. I'd also like to apologise that I am no good at giving any of these synopsis. Like, I'm just giving you the books and the dates. I'm really sorry. I'm terrible at this. But yeah. On June 22nd, we have Darling by Kate Ancrum. I still have not read a Kate Ancrum book, and I do own one, and the other one I've heard of sounds really good. But hopefully I'll actually get around to reading one. But this one sounds amazing, and look at that cover. Amazing. And then also on June 22nd, we have Witch Shadow by Susan Dennard, which is the 4th book in the Witchland series, and I cannot wait because it's Isolt's book. So excited. Also in June, we have June 29th, we have This Poison Heart by Kaylin Bayron. if you watched my videos last year, you'll know that Cinderella is Dead was one of my favourite books last year. Absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait for this book. It is not a sequel, it is a new standalone, I believe, or a new series, but I'm so excited. If the writing is anything like in Cinderella is Dead, it will most likely end up on my fave books of this year, because just incredible. Absolutely love Kaylin's writing. It's amazing, and I'm very excited for this. I think by the sounds of it, it sounds a bit more fantasy than Cinderella is Dead, but I'm here for it. And I almost forgot a June one, so rewind a little bit to June 8th. We have Fire with Fire by Destiny Soraya. This one sounds so good. I could not tell you the synopsis right now. I've read so many synopsises in the last few days, but I remember reading this one and instantly putting it on my list. I have a inkling that a BookBox is doing this for June or July, but it's not a definite, but I really hope they do, because I am really excited to read this. It sounds really good. Then we move on to July, and for July they are all sequels. I haven't really seen any new releases in July. I could be wrong, there might be some, but there's none that are like immediately popping up on my radar apart from the sequels. So first up, on July 6th we have Any Way the Wind Blows by Rainbow Rowell. I have been a bit hit and miss with Rainbow Rowell in the past, but the Carry On series has consistently just been amazing for me. And yeah, I absolutely loved the first two books. The second book not so much, but I am excited to see how the third book goes, and these covers are absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed with them. They are gorgeous. Then on the 8th of July, we have Battle of Roar by Jenny McLaughlin. Oh, this is the third book in the Roar series, and I absolutely adore this series. It is so amazing, and I cannot wait to see what happens in this third one. But yeah, if you're into middle grade, I highly recommend this series because it is just amazing. And then the final July release is Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. This is due for release on the 27th of July, so very much at the end of the month. And I cannot wait for this. I very recently read Blood and Honey, and the ending of it ripped my heart out, and I need book 3 now. So if it could just hurry up, that would be great. Then for August, first up on August the 8th, we have As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, which is the third book in the Good Girls Guide series. And if you've read the second book and you remember the ending to the second book, you will know why I cannot wait for this book. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot darker than the first two, and I am so very much here for it. I'm so excited for this. And then on August the 10th, we have Rise Up from the Embers by Sarah Rash and Kristen Simmons. Set Fire to the Gods was one of my favourite books of 2020. It was in my top 10, so I'm so excited for this sequel. I believe it's only a duology, but I am so excited for more Ash and Maddock in my life. I need it now. But yeah, this one I'm very excited for, and the cover for it I only saw the other day, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Then we move on to September. So first up on the 7th of September, we have Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. I have been craving a new vampire book for a while, like full-on vampires, adult fantasy vampires, in-your-face vampires, and Jay Kristoff has delivered. I am so excited for this book. I've got multiple editions pre-ordered because this is me. Like, do I ever just stick to one copy of a book? No, I don't. I'm so excited for this, and the artwork that we've seen for this book already is just making me want it more. Then on September the 14th, we have Defy the Night by Brigid Kemmerer. This is the first book in her new series. The Cursebreaker series is one of my favourite series. I really love her contemporary books, so I have no doubt that this book is going to be incredible. She is an auto-buy author for me, and I am obsessed. I absolutely cannot wait for this book. I haven't even read the blurb for it. I just know that I'm going to need this book in my life. I'm pretty sure it's fantasy though. I think it's YA fantasy, so it's obvious I'm gonna like it. It's YA fantasy and it's Bridget Kemmerer. I'm gonna love it. Then on September 28th, we have Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. I have read both of Margaret's books and absolutely adored both of them, so she is kind of now an auto by author for me. I don't know anything about this book whatsoever. That is a running theme with my auto by authors. I don't really tend to look up what the book's about. I just buy them and trust that I'm gonna love them because of it being an auto by author. So I couldn't even tell you anything about this book if I wanted to, but the cover is stunning. Check out the cover, like check out the cover, it's gorgeous. And yeah, I'm really excited to read it. And then finally on September the 30th, we have Once a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This is the first book in Stephanie Garber's new series. I really enjoyed the Caraval trilogy. I thought it was a really good trilogy, so I have kind of made her an auto by author just from that trilogy. But I believe, now I could be wrong on this, but I think this might be another twist on a retelling. It's not a retelling, just like Caraval is not a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, but it is inspired with the whole like games and like just the whimsy and everything about the Caraval game. Reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. So I do believe Once a Broken Heart is going to be similar in that sense, that it will be heavily inspired by some sort of like fairy tale or something, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I'm excited. But yeah, I am really excited for this. I don't know if there is an actual cover, so it might just be the cover that's showing on Goodreads at the moment that I put here. We'll see. We'll see when Edit and Becca will see. We'll see. But that was all my anticipated books that I have got on my radar, immediately on my radar, for June through to September, with a few honourable mentions for May. So yeah, if there are any that are on your radar, let me know. I will nearer the time be doing October through to December. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you let me know any anticipated releases you have, and they might end up on my radar too. I do need to make a new pre-order order, so you never know. But yeah, let me know and I will see you next time. Bye.